Good evening, folks. This is Robert Garding, the Infidel Talkmaster, with the latest update for the Tired of All the Liberal Rhetoric show this Friday, June the 27th, 2008. The left is at it again, people, this time on PBS with a new documentary that is on World War II that will paint the greatest generation as nothing more, nothing better than Hitler. The documentary, if you can call it that, suggests that the Allied victory in World War II was tainted and questions whether it can even be called a victory. Moreover, the documentary, titled The War of the World, A New History of the 20th Century. Now, did you get that, people? It says a new history. So it is not a documentary of what happened. It is a documentary of what the liberals want you to think happened, not what really happened. Now, this show is supposed to air on Monday and is in 3 parts. The next 2 parts are the 2 Mondays afterwards on PBS. I'm not sure what the channel is. I think it's channel 10 here, but I'm not really sure. But check out PBS in your area and you should be able to find it. If you are a veteran of the Great War or of any war and World War II history interests you, this is not going to make you happy. This is a lie and only serves to vilify a whole generation of brave young men and women who fought for America in World War II. And this is wrong. The author of this documentary, Niall Ferguson, who is supposed to be a historian from Oxford and Harvard, which right off the bat tells you liberal all the way, is wrong and has no clue what actually happened in the war if he believes this. All he wants to do is the same thing that all the other liberals and the media has been doing for decades, and that is to make America out as the bad guy in everything and rewrite history when the truth doesn't say what they want it to say. The revisionist liberal faction of this country is doing all that it can to destroy any credibility that America may have or had in the past. And there are a lot of things that these idiots are missing here. For one, armies are not there to do anything but fight for our country, kill our enemy, break our enemy's toys, break their will to fight us. Is that so freaking hard to understand, you liberals? The only reason to rewrite the history of the 20th century is to get rid of all the stuff that says America did good things during this time. For our war on terror that we are in now, our troops will be shown as rapists and murderers, like John Murtha said of them. And even though the offending soldiers have been cleared of the charge, no one has apologized for that comment. But it's gonna be there. World War II is now being rewritten now by these people who have made it out that America is the bad ones here. But for Mr. Ferguson, I have one thing to say. You're wrong. America is not the bad guys here. Americans are not the bad guys here. Our troops are not the bad guys here. But our enemies, you know, the ones that exterminated millions of Jews in gas ovens and concentration camps in Germany during World War II, are actually the bad guys. The Islamists who flew the 3 planes into our buildings that day not too long ago are the bad guys here. The ability to paint our troops as the villains of the world that you have been doing is getting really tiresome to a lot of us, especially since just the opposite is true. For the most part, our troops are honorable and dedicated to freedom and fighting for it, and you libs are only hurting their chances to win or stay alive. Now, I am not a World War II vet, but my dad was, and I can imagine him turning over in his grave at the stupidity that is being passed off as the truth in America today. Our fighting men and women in World War II fought valiantly against enemies on several fronts that were out there to kill anyone who didn't see things the way they did. Just like the terrorists who are killing people now who do not see things their way. Just like the liberals who are making us out to be the bad guys when we are not. People, America is not the bad guy here. Americans are not the bad guys here. The bad guys are the liberals and the revisionists who are always trying to change history so that it will tell a different story than it actually should. A story that makes America the horrible thing to be in the world. These are things I do not and will not believe. I love America. Do you? What is on that gravestone over there? That one over there. Does it say USA? R.I.P. because of liberal lies and distortions of the truth? This could be, people, and sooner than any of us think. But if we do not put a stop to all this revisionist crap that the liberals are always handing us, it will happen. But the ball is in our court now. I just hope that we do something about it this time. We won't get many more chances to change the shape of what America is being formed to become. This is the voice that the Democrats do not wish to stick around. This is the voice of reason in an unreasonable world. Have a blessed and safe day. God bless you all.